Hello and welcome. My name is Sachin Bagul. In today's lecture, we will deal with a humorous essay written by Robert Benchley. The title of the essay is Do Insects Think? This lecture is for FYBCom additional English students. Before looking into the details of the text, let's gather some primary information about the text. This essay, Do Insects Think, is a humor or a satire written by American humorist Robert Benchley. It was published in the prestigious Life magazine. It tries to mock at the pretentious tone of American science. Pretentious here means showing off or to give much importance to the trivial matters. At the end of the essay, the writer mockingly suggests that doing nothing is the best form of intelligence. While studying the essay, we need to have knowledge of two terms, humor and satire. They many a times are used synonymously. However, they have different meanings and functions. Humor is the quality in something that makes it funny, or it is the ability to laugh at things that are funny. Whereas the purpose of humor is not clear. Satire, at the other hand, is a way of criticizing a person, an idea, or an institution in which you use humor to show their faults or weaknesses. Here, the purpose is not only to laugh at something or to make fun of something, but it is to criticize in a comic way, to show faults with the objective of correction. The essay at the hand is a kind of satire. Let's now read the essay. As we had already discussed when we learnt about how to read an essay, we need to identify the types of writing. The opening paragraph of this essay, therefore, is very important. It shall give us an idea about the kind of writing. So let's read. In the recent book entitled The Psychic Life of Insects, Professor Bouvier says that we must be careful not to credit the little winged fellow with an intelligence when they behave in what seems like an intelligent manner. They may be only reacting. I would like to confront the professor with an instance of reasoning power on the part of an instinct which cannot be explained away in any such manner. Here, look at the phrase I would like to confront the professor. Look at this. I would like to confront the professor. Sorry. It gives us hint that there are two different ideas. One that the writer wants to propose and the other one is proposed by the professor earlier. The word confront itself suggests that it is an argument. Hence, this essay is an argumentative writing. Now, let's understand the two opposite ideas presented in this particular passage or a paragraph. The first idea, that is Professor Boover's argument that we must not credit the little winged fellow, that is insects, with an intelligence. Rather, they do not have intelligence and they only have reactions or something that is called as instinct. And the second idea that is presented by the author himself, in which he says, I would like to confront the professor, and the idea is an instance of reasoning power on the part of an insect. Okay, so the writer wants to present that there is a sort of intelligence present in insects as well. So it is wrong to say that insects do not have any kind of intelligence, as it is said by Professor Hoover in his book, The Psychic Life of Insects. So this part of his argument, he wants to prove with an instance of reasoning. Okay, instance is an experience or an example of reasoning power on the part of insects. So that is it. These are the two arguments. One by Professor Bouvier, and second one is by the writer Robert Benchley himself. It is, however, important to know that whatever Professor Bouvier has said earlier itself is very funny. That it is an open truth or general knowledge that the insects, all these insects who do not survive more than 12 months, cannot have fully grown brain, and therefore they could not have psychology on their own. Whereas attempt to learn about their psychology or make research on their psychology itself is a very funny idea, and Professor Boover has done that. The writer is making fun of the very idea of Professor Boover's, that the idea that the psychology of the insect should be studied. So in this way, this passage is a mockery of American science represented by Professor Boover and his trivial idea to understand the psychology of the insects.